The Construction Industry Regulation Ireland, which is now known as the CIRI. As a builder myself, I welcome this legislation and the insurance that it gives to a consumer. However, if this has been brought in to avoid a mica or a pyrite scandal again, I would have to question this, as there probably was nothing unlawful done by the builders. It was the fault with products. Does this legislation cover the building products that are being purchased by builders in all good faith, yet who are unaware that the recipe that the manufacturer used was faulty? Now in Limerick, we are probably lucky enough that we have a certain amount of cases in Limerick with pyrite, but we seem to have imported the materials from a neighbouring county. And as I say, we're one of the lucky ones, but yet again, the people are still unaware of when they're going to get reimbursed and refunded to their housing needs and the regulation that needs to be met. How in exact details will this new bill ensure that pyrite mica or issues with defect blocks will never occur again? Will this new legislation, when fully implemented, provide such protections? By what amount will this bill push up the cost of building a new home in Ireland from 2024? If the Minister doesn't know, then he should know before bringing the legislation before the Dáil. Note, when in 2014 the regulations were introduced according to some quantity surveyors, it pushed up the cost of an average house of 2,000 square feet. It pushed up the price by €30,000. As I said myself, I'm in the construction myself, and I've been in the construction for up on 30 years. And I see firsthand, from planning permissions, down to local authorities, down to the lack of infrastructure in our areas. I sat on an LDA meeting in the Housing Committee last week, and the new CEO of the LDA, he introduced himself. And how he introduced himself to me was, I'm from Dublin, my parents are from Dublin, I grew up in Dublin, I was educated in Dublin. I'd swear the man hadn't the vocabulary to get Dublin out of his head. And I wished him well on the day. So I informed him that I'm from Limerick. I grew up in Limerick. My parents were from Limerick. So let's go to looking at the promises that were in 2021 for housing. 9,500 new builds of social homes, 3,144 delivered, 350 cost rental homes promised, 90 delivered, 170 vacant homes were to be renovated under the repair and lease scheme, 39 were finalised in the first 9 months. No affordable purchase home delivered this year, despite the Minister saying that in October that there will be 8 delivered. With over a €300 million fund. Minister, I mentioned the LDA and the announcements of what they were going to do in Limerick City. Not one penny have they got for Limerick County. Not one penny has the LDA got for Limerick County, and he admitted himself that Limerick County is deficient in their infrastructure, in their sewerage and water systems. He's on the record of saying it in the LDA meeting. Why can't people have vision and see that if you create hubs from large towns within our county, that we can also then bring in the small villages and towns around us and create a hub in each individual county? That would be forward thinking. But when you have somebody that keeps mentioning to me they're from Dublin, living in Dublin, they don't understand anything that works in the county. As a county councillor, as a builder in the area, and I've grown up and worked in the area, I understand perfectly what is needed for me to regrow my villages and towns to make them sustainable. You don't have to live in a city to have sustainability. I welcome you to come to Limerick County, where I will show you the greatest of dignity when you come there, when you see our area.